let's get back to it. Alright. So this is like a couple hours later after we started. So like March 14th, 4:18 a.m. She's so fluffy, I'm gonna die! Yeah, I'm sorry, Maiden. I would love to have Puppy Cam on tonight, but I for some reason I could not get the camera working. I don't understand why. I'll have to try to sort that out. But next time, hopefully. Alright. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway, 4:18 a.m. My god, do these people ever sleep? Like, this case started at 2 in the morning. What is with that prosecutor? Can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. But so then, what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door. The mystery surrounding his door. Over dramatic much? Yes, I am. Begin investigation. Alright. So let's walk around the hallway. I can only go this way. I can't go any further. What? Is there like a wall here or something? No, there's just like, it's just the end of the screen. Okay, so I can walk that far. And why is there a basketball hoop in the middle of the hallway? Like, why? Is that Winston Payne? Right there? It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murderer within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. Aren't they, Ralph? Yeah, the Star Fox controls really take some getting used to. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste. Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. How gracious, I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Winston Payne, yes, Minen. Or perhaps his cousin, Gaspin Payne. £154? I wish I was like 154 pounds or somewhere even close to that. I need to start running again. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice. Stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. What's this basketball doing here? That's what I just asked, Edgeworth. What is a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in the hallway. Maybe we could examine the door to my office? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's examine the door number here. 1202. These 4 numbers on the number plate alone proclaim this to be my office. Whoops! Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. That happens, Nocturne. Those beer drinking habits can catch up to you. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Examine the door and the lock. I don't see any signs of forced entry. Nook and cranny. That's right. Every nook, every cranny, and every crook, and every nanny. meaning that the door really was opened with a key. That's true, Jen. That's true. I saw that thing you posted. That was educational and entertaining. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently, the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a really good job of not leaving any clues behind. A minimalist yet classy door made of top-quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. Yes, in moderation is the key. Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone? Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Oh my. What about... Well, it seems I can examine the entire door. But... What about, like, this part up here? Nope. It's just the same thing. Not really seeing anything else to examine. Because there's the doorknob, there's the lock. No, those are the same thing. Okay, so I already did that. There's the number on the door, which I already examined. So there's nothing else with this door, is there? Okay. I'm not really noticing anything else with the door. Let's examine this seat. Oh, there's something under this bench. Every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, it's the missing file! Isn't that the missing Zero Series file, sir? No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So, what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. And that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. Wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. Is it the DL6 case? From Ace Attorney? That case from 10 years ago? Or is it just another case? Because I was wondering if that was like... Because wasn't Manfred von Karma the high prosecutor previously? Uh, 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? It's Mr. Portsman's, sir. So, he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. Can I get in to his office? Guess not. Well, in any case. What is a basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So, when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor? God, that would suck to drag a basketball hoop up 12 flights of stairs. Holy crap. What else is there to examine? Let's look at the organizer real quick. Stolen Zero Series file. Pages pertaining to a case tried 10 years ago by my predecessor are missing. Alright. Let's back out of that. Let's see, I've examined over there. Can I talk to Maggie? Let's talk to Maggie. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her through the present button. Alright, The victim. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once I'd have loved to play with them. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. On second thought, I don't think I'd fit in all that well with them. Tell me about Maggie Bird, Maggie Bird. Ms. Maggie Bird, correct? I take it you're an acquaintance of the detective? She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Oh, poor Maggie. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. What? She fell from the 9th floor of her apartment building? I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods. What? Failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. Good lord, that's a lot to go through in one lifetime. Wait, I want to know more about falling from the 9th floor when she was only 6 months old. How is she alive? How did she survive that? Did she fall like into the back of a garbage truck or something? Was it one of those things? It really doesn't make any sense. I know, and just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Ms. Bride. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. That's true, Nocturne. Like, in spite of all of those things, she's still doing pretty well for herself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. All right, let's present something to her. Let's start by presenting the master key. So when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge when the security room's reception, where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that it was between those two times that it was. Sorry, guys, I'm having such trouble talking tonight. But I'm sure that between those two times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir. Thanks, Jen. If I can make somebody laugh, that's good enough for me. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? Oh, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room away from the window. Always, you say, except for this time, correct? Well, I admit that it was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sorta using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key? Interesting. What did you use the master key for? Tell me! Tell me! Tell me! What do you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Wait a second. Was it Portsman? I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. Yep, called it. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bride. Quickly! Quickly! It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way! It's against regulations to own the master key out to anyone. I walked Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then, what happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think. So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Ooh, we've got some stuff added to our logic. Talk about suspicious. I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Alright, we got some useful information. And now let's go examine Mr. Portsman's door. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright. Let's examine the lock. The door is locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. A high prosecutor? So a prosecutor who's been doing a little... I did have 420 followers until someone messed that up. I'm grateful for every follow. Anyway, these doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Alright, let's examine this door. A minimalist... Oh, seriously. Okay, we get it. It's a minimalist door. Mr. Payne? Oh, I was like rushing through this dialogue, not realizing that it was slightly different. Mr. Payne, I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office? Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd? Yep, that's gotta be it. Can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting my time thinking about this? Let's see. Examine the basketball hoop. It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. Can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But, you know, It's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office, and yet you still managed to get lost? So we already examined the lock and the doorknob, yeah? So the door is locked tight. What if I can logic some stuff together? So the key was used to unlock and lock Mr. Portsmouth's office at 12 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. The key went missing from approximately 1 a.m. until 2:30 a.m. And wait a second, there's a contradiction there. So the key had to go missing after 1:30 a.m., so that narrows down the time frame. What happens if I connect these two things? Ms. Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. Yep, there's a flaw. Okay, fantastic. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsmouth's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? Goldie, hey, what's up? Goldie is the killer. However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. I had totally forgot all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around at that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And? Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. I've done a detective. So in actuality, you never did relock the door then? Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. Still hasn't been locked properly, you say? Does that mean I can open it? Right, Goldie? I would love for one of these games to be on Switch. Okay, so let's look at the doorknob here again. The door is locked tight. How could the door be locked tight if, like, it hasn't been... Oh! Okay, deduce is an option now. I see. So the contradiction is in... the door. Ms. Bird unlocked the door, but the master key was stolen, so she could not lock it up. Alright, that's it. There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsmouth noticed it and I don't think Mr. Portsmouth noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Ms. Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door? But how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these. I think we want to examine prints on the number plate because they were saying earlier that the number plates can easily be pulled out. So I think what happened is Portsmouth switched the numbers of the doors so that Maggie opened what she thought was 1203. I think Portsmouth switched the numbers so that Edgeworth's office was 1203 and his was 1202. But wait a second, though. No, let me go back to my organizer. No, I'll go back. Yeah, let's examine prints on the number plate. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all that we need to know. Everything? Really? Like what, sir? Like, well, for example, such as... Oh, yeah, because... Actually, no, I'm wrong, because... I'm wrong. I was just remembering, and that's why I hesitated for a moment, because I thought I remembered Maggie saying that... that Portsman had really wanted room 1202. Or something. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I must have thought about that incorrectly. And actually, I don't know why I had my hesitation now. Alright, I just confused myself. Never mind. So let's see. We need to examine... So... Well, let me think about this for a moment. So number plate, I was wrong about number plate. I'm still not convinced I'm wrong about number plate, but I guess right now is not the correct way for number plate. So if we do prints on the doorknob... Trying to think. Like, I want to say prints on the master key, because if we examine prints on the master key, if Portsman's prints would be on the master key, well, wait a second. Are there prints on the master key? What does this say? This can open every office door. It was stolen from the security office. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? If there are no prints on the master key, then that also means that something suspicious happened. So let's examine the master key. If we examine the fingerprints on the master key... Well, if that's what you want to examine, sir, that was the very first thing we did. I can tell you that we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's. Alright, so... doorknob, then. Okay. The more important matter is, we need to examine these. Okay, so I'm not playing this part very well. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? Yep, you were right, Goldie. You were right. So, what did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portsman's and Ms. Faith's prints on this doorknob. Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Oh, so that means Maggie never touched that doorknob. Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Now then, whose prints should also be on this knob? Maggie! Maggie's prints should be on there. Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... Yes, the door that Ms. Bird opened. Oh my gosh, okay, I think I know what happened. Okay, so... I think now it's going to make sense. Now that we've established that Maggie's prints are not on this doorknob, now I think it's going to make sense to propose the idea that the number plates were switched. So I think, here's what I think happened, guys. I think before Portsman went down to Maggie to pretend that he lost his keys, I think he switched the number plates, went down to Maggie, had her come up, unlock Edgeworth's door. He went into Edgeworth's office. Maggie went back down. During that time, the key was stolen or lost or whatever. Maggie came back up and pretended to lock what she thought was Portsman's office, but it was actually Edgeworth's office, and that is why Edgeworth's door was unlocked when he discovered it. That is why. I think I've pieced this part together. Alright. And that's part of the problem when you like start to piece things together sometimes, is like you jump to the right conclusion but at the wrong time. Which is why I think it was wrong to choose number plates at the point that I chose them. Because I think that's what's going on, but it's not the right time in the story to do it. Anyway, I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What's this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. It looks like a note from the victim. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman. Note left by the victim. Anything else of importance really to examine? I don't think this basketball is really that important. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Be a little hard to play tennis in this ball. With this ball. That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. Yeah, you're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Alright, can I logic some stuff together? No, I cannot. Alright, let's go back. Is there anything else I can... Oh, I can examine the door again. Minimalist, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, anything else to examine? I can examine the basketball hoop again. Oh, it's moved slightly. That spot on the carpet, it looks like it's been moved. Hey, what are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The positioning of this hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Something's off with the basketball hoop. Investigation complete. Yay, I gained all my logic life back, or whatever that bar means. In a variety of different ways. It's paid off handsomely. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman! What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me, too! I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Knock, knock, knocking on truth's door. Yes, let's call everyone into the parlor.